Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Shawon, and this summer I decided that I am going to weave in some vlogs for the channel, and that is exactly what is happening in this video. I'm going to bring you along with me for a week behind the scenes, doing some just documentation, bringing you along with me. So I hope that you will enjoy this vlog. And to kick things off, today is Monday. I am just getting into the studio. It's 8:45, so I'm going to be starting here. I've already started my day at home just with my regular morning routine, parts of it anyway, starting with gratitude, getting ready, coming in, listening to an Audible book on my drive in. I'm going to be sharing more too. I have a couple of books that I've been reading, and I'll be sharing those with you. But I need to get going in today, get started with the day. It is getting hot in here because I have the air off while I'm speaking to you guys. But I did want to just share with you, I am excited to get started in my week because for the last maybe month or so, I've known that I've needed to switch my system up for this season of summer so that I can enjoy it. And as I was working on this last week, I'm thinking that this system may stick with me for some time. And you know what? Let me pause for a second. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, be sure to click that subscribe button below. Okay, back into my excitement for getting started with this week. And one of the things that I love to do, I love knowing what I'm working on each day. It really helps me to keep from feeling that I'm all over the place. I'm not sure what I'm focusing on, even though I do. Not for me, not having a system, something that I can look at, something that tells me this is what you need to work on today. It makes me feel a little all over the place. And even though a lot of habits and things that I do are ingrained, it still helps that I have something written on paper. So what I did last week, I had a work at home day, and oh my gosh, this is like such a rigged up system that I have, but it works for me, and you can use whatever works for you. Do that. Maybe you like things done digitally, but I still like that good old pen and paper. So let me get to the system. What I love about this is that each week of the month, I know exactly what I need to focus on. So week 1, I have elevate time, content prep, YouTube scripts. I'm recording YouTube videos. I have my photo shoot blocks out. I know exactly what I'm doing for that week. Now, I do leave space, of course, for consultations, checking my emails, working with clients, right? I have space for all of that within this system, but I know that these are the core things that I need to be doing every single week to keep my business moving forward in the right direction. So super duper simple. I took some pages out of an old planner that I didn't finish using. I switched to something else. I know we've all had that happen, and I didn't throw it away. I kept it, but I took parts of that planner out, specifically like flowing through the days of the week. And what I've done is label each week of the month. So we go week 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4. And I think I've shared this before. If I have, I'll try to dig that video out and maybe leave a description below for just more details on it. But like I said, every single week, I know what I'm working on. So this is week 4 of the month. So on Monday, today, I know exactly what I'm working on. I'm going to be going through my monthly check-in using my Power Sheets goal planner. I always talk about this because it's the system that works for me. So I know today and tomorrow are both allocated times for my monthly check-in and planning. I also have some elevate time where I'm working on some lead generation as well. So also for today, I know I'm meeting with a client for a wardrobe consultation, as well as another potential client for a photo shoot consultation. So I know I do have those 2 other things on my calendar. However, it just feels so good to me. Let me know if it feels good to you when you know exactly what it is you need to be working on in your business. And like I said, this system has treated me well. And I know it's one that works for me. And like I mentioned too, it's a different season. It's summer, so I knew that I wanted to switch up my system a bit. Some things have changed also in my business, and I want to make sure that the systems that I have in place reflect that. And I'll just like throw a little bit in reference to branding. Like, this is very important when it comes to your brand image. I would say more specifically for those systems and processes within your business, right? They're so important to your brand and the activities that you're doing within your business, the systems and processes that you have in place for something as simple as I have at the bottom of my weekly sheets, I have reminders for me to look into my client experience. Or is there anything that I need to work on? Is there anything that I need to improve? So I can rotate between what I'm doing during those elevate times. I'm rotating through my lead generation, my client experience, as well as having that business development time when I am doing things specifically to learn and grow myself, to keep doing that as a business owner. So all of these things are really important when it comes to your brand, having those systems and processes in place so that you are creating the type of business that you want, right? And the type of business that will serve your clients well. All right, I am going to stop chatting. Did I say start chatting? I'm going to stop chatting. I'm going to get started on my day. All right, let's dive into this vlog, day 1 of this week coming along with me. I hope you enjoy it. And give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. All right, let's dive in. So one of the first things that I just decided to do was to pop over into Instagram. I have some videos that I've created that I've wanted to start repurposing over to my Facebook page or my Facebook profile. Well, both. And I've already downloaded the video from Instagram, or the reel from Instagram. And what I need to do now, because the music that is currently on it, I wasn't able to download that music with it. So I'm going over into Epidemic Sound, which is what I use for music, licensed music that I can use, not have any copyright issues. So I'm just going to go through and choose a few sounds. Let me turn that down a bit. And I'm just going to do this really quickly. I think that sound goes nicely with this video. So I'm going to download it. It's downloaded to my desktop, and it is all ready to go. It is here, and we're going to simply add that song to this video so I can get it uploaded for my content for today. Well, I didn't plan on working from home today, but I am going to pack up because my internet is down, and it might be because of the work that's going on outside, but I don't have time to try to figure it all out right now because I have a call coming up soon. So it'll be easier for me to pack up and be prepared for that call and the one after that too. So yeah, things like this happen sometimes, but what do? We roll with it, right? All right, I'm gonna pack up and get out of here so I can get home. So after leaving the grocery store, I decided to make a stop. I'm going to tell you more about that in just a bit. What had happened was, right? So I made this stop into Big Lots of all places. I was going in there for one specific thing. When I first went in, I had no shopping cart at all because, like I said, I had one intention, one thing I was looking for. All of a sudden, all of these things started catching my eye, right? I have been doing some shopping recently for the studio and wanting to elevate some of the set designs, bring some new things in, keeping things fresh for my clients. And yeah, so here I am inside of Big Lots finding all of these amazing things. I could not believe every aisle that I went up and down, there was something waiting for me that obviously I could use for the studio, right? So let's just pick up a few things, and before I know it, I have a few things for the studio, I have some things for home, and I have a trunk full of things, right? But I'm going to talk about a little more of that later. But yeah, I have been shopping for the studio. Speaking of which, here are a few clips from me shopping. I think it was last week. I had the intention of creating a vlog for this week, but I didn't get around to finishing it up. But I decided to head out to At Home. I've had some great success there with finding things for the studio. I was looking for, I don't know, like pillows, like more decorating things, not really any big pieces. I did just recently add a new big piece of furniture to the studio. So I was mostly looking for like accessories, things to style more surface areas. And of course, while I'm there as well, things start catching my eye. As usual, I try my best to find neutrals, things that will coordinate well together. No matter what client I'm working with, we can always add those pops of color for their brand through accessories. So I try to keep the things that I purchase fairly neutral in order to do that. And also that keeps me from having just like a mixed matched collection of things, as opposed to like I have now, like things go well together. And I've done that intentionally just because of that. So walking around, I did start to see like pieces that caught my eye. Whenever I'm looking for a piece of furniture that a client might be sitting on, I always want to think about arm positions, how comfortable it is. Can you lean on it? Can we do more than just sit on it? Can we sit on the arms? Can we use it in different ways, right? So I like to try things out with this in mind. I'm thinking about, how I'll use this for my client and what will work best. Does it make sense? Is the arm too low? I try to there are a few things that I take into consideration when I'm buying a piece. But here are just some clips of me shopping and picking up a few things. I can't remember if I got anything that day or not. Oh, yes, I did. I did pick up a few things, and I'm going to be showing you everything in a few minutes of like what I've picked up in the last couple of weeks. And also too, you'll get to see some of them in action as I have branding sessions for this blog that that you're currently watching. But I'll have some branding sessions and you can kind of see things in action to see that, yes, wow, there were so many shiny objects like flashing at me like, hey, pick me up, pick me up, pick me up. But you'll see how I style them and that they were good investments for the studio. And they will have great use. I'll make great use out of them. So yeah, let's just keep watching. I have 2 shoots tomorrow and then 1 on Friday, and I knew that I needed to get some more refreshments. So that was like goal number 1. And then, well, that was the only intention that I had. So yeah, I was leaving and I had a thought from a consultation that I had with a client yesterday. We were talking about watering cans. And she is going to bring her cute one. Well, I told her that I didn't have a cute watering can for her shoot for tomorrow. And she said, I have one. And she showed it to me on our call. It was so cute. Stop at Big Lots and just go and see if they have a watering can, right? So I didn't grab a shopping cart. I just went into the store with watering can on my brain. That was all I was going to pick up. And you know what happened, right? So I think I've shown you some of the things that I started to bump into, right? So I also forgot that, well, I didn't forget. I knew that we had construction going on in our parking lot at the studio. One reason, 2, I worked from home yesterday instead of coming in. But today, after I'd done all of my picking up all of these extra things that are very useful, mind you. After I picked up all of these things, I got here and our like main drive into the studio, into the mill building is blocked for traffic. So that blew my whole plans of unloading my car and making it easy to bring everything in. But lo and behold, I'm so grateful that I have my little cart. I always leave it here. And I brought one load up, all in my hands. Feel sorry for me because I was sweating. But I brought everything up and I went down and made another load and kind of bundled everything. So I am finally here. I am so behind. Wednesdays are my day off. Kinda. The studio is closed on Wednesdays. It's something that I've done for the longest time. And it's really a day now for me to do all of the personal things I may need to do. Have some self-care time, which I'm doing that later today. And also, if I have anything that I need to catch up on, I know that it's a day that I don't have any calls, like anything planned as far as work here is concerned. So it's really like a catch-up day too. So my plan was this morning when I started out, go get the refreshments, get all of that good stuff. Then, you know, the watering can happened. And now I'm finally here and it is 10:58. So I have a video to get ready for tomorrow, get that all uploaded. So I'm going to do that. And I am also going to start rearranging things here in the studio to get prepped for both photo shoots for tomorrow. And I'll also like show you the things that I ended up getting to. But first I better get this video all done because I don't want to have any technical issues that I had last week with getting that all done. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then I'll show you all the things that I bought. I'm so excited. I'm super excited for what I'm going to be able to create with all the good things that I was able to pick up. I better stop chatting right now. I'm going to get going, get this video all done so that I can get everything else done and get out of here on time. Here's a really quick glance of everything that I got. I'm going to share more with you, or I'll share with you exactly how I'm going to style everything, or most things I'm going to be using in these next 3 photo shoots that are happening this week. But yeah, let me just show you what I got. So love these frame prints. I decided to go with this one. I got this really cute mortar and pestle set. We have that. That's going to be used for the kitchen area, of course. This nice brown cutting board. So yeah, I'm excited to use it. Another thing that I picked up was this picture frame. So this is really neat. I remember, well, I will say at least for 2 shoots I remember, I wanted to create something really quickly for a client to go on the bookcase that was behind them. For one client, I had a picture frame and I cut out some florals from a magazine, and we added that into the design for an accessory. Another client who loved purple, she was actually wearing some purple for her wardrobe. And once again, I had a frame. It has like a linen border around it, and I cut out some art, maybe a piece of art paper or just a solid artsy page from a magazine. Once again, threw it inside of that picture frame, and it was great to be used for styling for her photo shoot as well. So I'm thinking the same thing with this frame. I'm going to grab a picture, or I could do a picture. I can do, let's see what else. I can use text. I can maybe find a nice quote. That's another thing that I've done for another client too. With the larger picture frame, I found a quote, one of her favorite quotes, and I'm going to do the exact same thing with this frame. We're gonna find some type of artwork that makes sense for the client to use in this frame. Another thing that I got was this decorative wood link. I don't have links, but I do have some beads here at the studio that I've used for styling, and I thought that these would be a nice swap out for styling as well. I also bought this cute flat decorative bowl that has a little curved edge to it. Hopefully I'm not too far away, but it has that nice curved edge to it. I'm excited to use this along with, oh, there are many things that I can use this for. So I could put the links in here like so. Let me bring my camera down. So another thing that I picked up were these gold candle holders. I really love these. I got 6 of them because I have an idea for photo shoot for the fall. I'm not going to give it away, but I have a big idea that I want to execute. I've already shown you some of the behind the scenes of me out shopping last week, and here are a couple of things that I picked up. I do have a lot of plants, at least 5 or 6 here at the studio, but I love having additional planters that I can place plants inside of just to change up the look of them as well for different clients. So I picked up this beautiful gold planter, and I'm super excited about this. I found this beautiful antique-like, I'm gonna say it is, antique-like, because it's not really an antique. But I also found this beautiful planter as well, and I'm going to use this specifically for the olive tree that I picked up maybe last month, or that I got last month, as well as a new faux tree in the studio as well. I just think this is super pretty. Currently, let me walk you over to it and I'll show you what the olive tree is currently inside of. So currently it's in this basket, right? Not too bad, not bad, but adding this beautiful antique planter is going to add a little more oomph to this faux plant. Good morning, friends. We have made it to Thursday. I am back in the studio. Today I have 2 photo sessions for 2 of my branding clients who are coming in. I have the first one up. We are going to do a style set design. So I'm going to start working on getting that together. I've kind of been like getting everything straightened and organized, but I have been in, I've already gotten like everything kind of moved around and situated. I've got the pieces in place for what I need for each of my clients so that we can move smoothly through each of their sessions. I still have a good amount of time to get ready for my first client or before my first client arrives, but I am going to go ahead and just get this entire set all ready for her. I'm so excited to use some of those pieces that I shared with you yesterday from Big Lots. I cannot believe all of the great finds that I was able to pick up. I've been there before, and yeah, just picking up random things. And yesterday was quite shocking to see like all of the wonderful things that I was able to get. So I am so excited for both of these sessions today. I'm going to be bringing you along with me for parts of that as well. And I hope that you are enjoying this vlog. And yeah, let me, as usual, stop chatting and get back into prepping and making sure I'm all set for my first client. Excited to bring you along with me. Good morning. We have made it to Friday. I just got into the studio, and as you can see, I have a lot to clean up from yesterday's sessions. I had 2 branding sessions yesterday, supposed to have another one today, but my client is not feeling well, so we're going to reschedule her session for a later time. But in the meantime, I have already started to download yesterday's images so that I can get some proofing galleries already. I'm not going to be in here today. I'm like, hey, the sun's out and I want to, now I can just hang out, not really hang out. I have those beautiful cone flowers that I want to plant. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to do that today. So I'm looking forward to getting out of here earlier than expected today and enjoying the sunshine. We've had quite a bit of rain lately. Yesterday was a nice day. Today, I think tomorrow is going to be nice too. But I am going to, take advantage of it. I could have said I'll stay in the studio and get some other things done, but there is always something here that I can do. I can always fill up my time with all work, but I said, no, I'm going to take advantage of this day. I wanted to go strawberry picking, but I didn't have any takers to say yes to coming to do that with me. So I was like, well, instead of driving all the way out to the farm, how about tackle some things, get my cone flowers in the ground? That would be something that would take that off. I was gonna say take it off my plate, but I don't feel like that's work because it's my hobby. It's something fun that I enjoy doing. So I'm excited to get into the dirt today. So yeah, I am just going to wrap up here. I hope that you have enjoyed coming along with me for this vlog this week. I don't know if I'm going to close it out here or if I'll close it out a bit later, and I guess I'll decide no, I'm not going to close it out later. I'm going to keep going with this vlog today. I've already started downloading, as I mentioned, downloading images from yesterday's session. So that download is already ready, and I have got a lot to clean up. Let me show you some of what was left over from yesterday. So as you can see, for here, I still need to take down my light modifier, get this corner all back set up like it typically is for a weekly day. I had 2 Zoom calls after my session yesterday, so I was set up for that. I just kind of wanted to make sure that at least my background looked pretty presentable for that call. But yeah, so I need to get this little area back set up. All of the things are kind of stored over here. I try to, as best as I can, to have a great flow during my session. So as I'm breaking down one area, I kind of move things into a corner so they're out of the way and I can keep photographing my client. So as you can see, I need to get this entire area all cleaned up. I also need to get my beautiful plants all watered today. And yeah, also too, speaking of watering, let me turn myself around. I am so glad that I did go to Big Lots. See, you always should trust your intuition, right? Where's that can at? I don't even see it right now. I'll probably have it out later when oh, here it is. Here it is. Here you go. So, you know, the other day when I went out, I went to Big Lots with the intentions of just seeing if they had a watering can available, because my client had mentioned it on our wardrobe consultation. That was one of the props she was going to bring in. She had a beautiful gold one. And I was like, you know, stop by Big Lots, see if they have one. And I did. And guess what? I'm so glad that I did, because my client forgot to bring her can yesterday. So this guy was all ready. We got some really cute photos that I love. She is a plant lady at heart. So I am excited because she's going to have some images that she can write content around, specifically talking about her love for plants. And I think that's a great way to engage and share those personal things with your audience. You never know too, in terms of the audience that you're reaching, maybe they have an interest in plants too, right? That's something that's common between you, something as simple as plants, right? To have that to be able to talk about with your audience and to connect with them in that way. I love having those opportunities. And the way that we get to realize that those connections are there is that we have to have content that we're sharing about those things. So even for me with gardening, right? Even though I feel like I'm a low-key gardener, not on a big scale, but it's something that I really enjoy doing. So I know for myself, whenever I talk about that or share those behind the scene clips, like maybe in my Instagram stories, it's a way I always connect with my clients who love gardening. They love plants and they love flowers. For me, it's mostly flowers. I have a lot of plants here. I don't have as many plants at home. Well, maybe, but I love flowers the most. And I think that all started for sure from being a wedding photographer and always seeing those beautiful flowers, specifically peonies that I love. But for my client, I'm so excited that I went with my gut and went to Big Lots and got this can because, like I said, we created some really beautiful images for her to be able to write some content and just make that connection with her audience. So yeah, that was so fun. I was so happy about that. She loved it. She was like, this is super cute. And I was like, you inspired me to go out, you know, just from our call. So I'm glad that I did. But let's see if my download is almost finished, because if it is, let's see, I have 7 more minutes. I'm going to, yeah, that'll be ready in 7 minutes. So I'll be able to get that gallery all set. I also have some client surprises to put into the mail today. And that's about it. I think I have maybe 1 or 2 emails to send out, but I am trying my best to be out of here, fingers crossed, by 10:30. Let's see how I do. All right. So I didn't make it out of the studio quite at 10:30, but I did make it home with enough time to enjoy planting my coneflowers, and I am loving them. They are thriving in their new space, and they bring me so much joy. I want to say thank you so much for watching this vlog. If you haven't already, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next vlog. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.